Alright, we're just wrapping things up in Trial Harbour. Sad to leave here actually, another nice morning. Ocean's nice and calm, no wind. Would have been good to stay here for a week to be honest, but we've got to keep moving. We're just packing things up. We've had a coffee. Gonna hit the road, no plan yet. We'll probably find somewhere to cook up some breakfast and then we'll kind of make a bit of a plan from there. So yeah, let's keep moving.
We arrived in Manuka campground about 2 hours ago. So when we left Trial Harbour, we drove all the way to Corinna, and then we went across the ferry there, which was only $30, so that was good. And you are allowed to take dogs across. We were getting nervous because there was a sign literally after we'd been driving on this dirt road for however long, and then there was a sign at the end saying no pets permitted. But anyway, we asked the guy on the ferry and he said, yeah, that's all good. Just not allowed to be in the actual, what do you call it? National park or whatever. So yeah, we did that. Across the river would be so good. I think it's the Pieman River. And they do, like, you can camp there as well at the campground, which would be so good, but we obviously can't with Denzel. And they do kayak hire, which I did have pinned on my list like last time we came to Tassie, but we didn't get across to the west coast, and this time we obviously can't. So we would love to do that again one day. Between Corinna and here, we had to drive about oh, there's an ant on me or something. Yeah, we had to drive on like 100 k's of dirt road, which had massive potholes in it, so it did take a fair while to get up here. And it was basically, well, all the way pretty much from Zion to where we are now, which is Arthur River. There's just, like, everything has been destroyed by fire, so I took a video of that out the window, but pretty much as far as your eye can see, yeah, everything's gone because of the bushfires. And I think when I looked it up, it was in February of this year, that's when it happened, and it was nearly 100,000 hectares of national parks and land that got destroyed, so that was pretty sad. But yeah, it was pretty bad weather in the car, except now we've arrived, and since we've been here it's been nice and sunny, so yeah, we're pretty lucky. And even though that 80 or 90 k's of pretty narrow dirt roads was pretty ordinary, the car handled it so well. It was just such a fun drive because it's the first time I really put this new car to the test, really. And yeah, it just flew through. It was very comfortable the whole time. Didn't feel like I slid around at all. So yeah, it was a fun drive in the wet, dodging potholes. As I was looking at the campsites kind of around, online I'd seen the Arthur, I think it's like Arthur River takeaway shop or whatever, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a takeaway place. Like, I did not realize that there would be around here. So I was looking it up, and there's like a million reviews and everyone says they're the best chips you've ever eaten. So we were like, okay, we've got to get that. So I did take a quick video when we started to eat that. We were so hungry, so we didn't talk much about it, but yeah, amazing chips. And we both got battered flake, and that was just ridiculous. Pieces of fish were like this fat, so yeah, it was great. It was really, really good, so definitely worth the stop.
morning coffee again. Didn't do a hell of a lot yesterday or last night. We kind of just sat under the awning at the national park because the weather was changing like every half an hour. It was like sunny and warm, and then cloud would come over, and then it would rain for half an hour, then it'd be sunny again. It was just like that all afternoon. But it was good. We just sat there and watched a bit of wildlife foraging around us, wombat, heaps of paddy melons and stuff like that. Denzel was surprisingly calm, didn't react too bad to seeing stuff. Yeah, these little tiny little, they're not midges, but they feel like midges. The last few nights have like nibbled us, and both had a bit of an itchy sleep last night, which is a bit annoying. So I don't know what they are. I might have to do a bit of Googling, but hopefully that doesn't keep happening. We're going to go to the edge of the world this morning, which is the most western part of the mainland of Tassie. And then we're going to head up to Marrawa, make some breakfast, and then just make a bit of a plan from there. Alright, we just googled it, and it is midges. I did not think they would... Well, they are midges. I didn't think they would be a thing in Tasmania, but apparently the western side of Tassie has midges. And yeah, that's why. So might have to cover up a bit more. I've only got one more real night in the west, so actually no, we're going to probably go to Smithton, so we're probably out of the west after today, so the healing process begins.
What?
Haven't done a lot the last couple of days. It's been chilling out. From the Manuka campground, we just cruised up and checked out Edge of the World. We checked out Green Point Beach.
Yeah.
And then just drove the whole way across to Smithton.
Yeah. Smithfield.
Did a bit of a look out there. Did a milk, cheese and honey tasting, which was good.
You'll see the milk that we poured, and then we get it in a glass bottle, so we got another refill today. But
yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, I know.
So sweet.
Yeah, we smashed through a litre of it in probably 6 hours, and then refilled it again this morning.
We love milk though.
Yeah. But today we're actually doing something. We're doing the Tarkine Drive. We've done, I guess, the western side of the Tarkine. Now we're coming down to do all the rainforesty, I guess the windy inland part. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Just going to take it easy, but I do know if you want to do any walks down here with dogs, you can't.
No.
You can only do go to all the lookouts and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're expecting to come down and do walks with dogs, you're not going to be able to do that.
You'll have to do them separate.
Yeah, we're just going to do them separate. But yeah.
From what I can see, it's like 15-minute return, half an hour return, or you can make it longer for an hour return, but...
Yeah, you just got to plan it, that's all, but let's check it out.
Denzel's not keen for a hike anyway, he's gassed.
Alright, this is the, I should have checked the name, but I think it's Lake Chisholm or something. A short walk through dense rainforest with some of those really big, tall trees. It's so cool walking through here though, it's just absolute dense forest. Just so many different trees and greenery and moss and stuff everywhere. You just don't really, I mean, look at the size of this. Just massive trees. But you just don't get this back in Adelaide where we are. So, loving this. Tamara and I are doing this walk separately because you can't take dogs here, but it's only a short... Well, there's an echidna. I'll see if I can get a close-up of this echidna without scaring it off. I'll leave him alone there. Well, that was pretty cool. I don't even think he realised I was there. But yeah, this comes down to a lake. Oh, Jesus Christ. Very slippery in here and wet and sludgy, so you'd want waterproof shoes. This is actually a sinkhole. Apparently it's massive. No, I just love it in here. I just love all the massive trees. It's quite cool, but any of them could fall over at any point. So I'm always a bit wary listening for cracks and falling branches at the moment. Especially with all the wind and the rain that's been here the last, well, the whole time we've been here really, but so far no casualties. Alright, it was Lake Chisholm. I just powered out of there because a couple of other walkers said that my lunch is ready. And here it is.
Okay.
yeah.
We are doing the rainforest walk. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Adam will have to write it down on the video, but there's 2 walks at this particular site. There's a moderate, well, it says moderate, it says half an hour return, and then there's the one that goes past the sinkhole. That's 1 hour return. But yeah, because we're going separate with Denzel, we normally would like to do the longer one, or we probably would do both actually if we didn't have Denzel. But yeah, considering one of us is waiting and then we swap, we'll just do the shorter one, which I think should only kind of take 20 minutes. But yeah, I always find that the thing with Tassie hikes is that they tell you a time that it should take, but then not the Ks. A lot of the time I'm like, well, how many Ks is it? Because then you can gauge how long it's going to be. So half an hour return. They're always generous with their time, so we should be able to get it done in 20. But nice so far, and the sun is actually poking its head out for once. I wonder if there's platypus in here. I was at a bit of a crossroads and there was, oh my gosh, I nearly fell over again. Okay, so I've already slipped once, fell on my ass, and now I nearly slipped again just then. But look at this, it's absolute sludge. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, I'm at a crossroads, so I was like, I think I go left, but only because there's a fallen tree on the right. But like, if that only just fell down, I could just be walking in the complete wrong direction. But seems like a pretty clear path, so surely I'm not lost. Okay, I can see the car park, so it's done. But what does it say? Let me check my watch. That's 13.5 minutes and 770 meters. Is this really the end? Well, that is bizarre actually, because I stopped and looked for platypus and everything, so I don't know who this walk's half an hour for, but it was nice. You definitely could spend a lot longer in there because it's so beautiful, all the lookouts, and you can sit there for ages. But yeah, would recommend. That's overlooking Arthur.
This is the Sumac lookout, which is pretty cool. The lookout of the Arthur River. If you see those big tall eucalyptus trees at the back, apparently they are only there because of wildfires that rip through, and they thrive on being burnt down and whatever, and the rainforest below can't take over because those eucalyptus trees are too strong.
So just starting the Trowata Arch walk, don't know the pronunciation, but this is like the very first stop that we would have done on the Tarkine Drive, but because the actual brochure said no dogs on this walk, and it said, you know, half an hour walk and blah blah blah, so we decided to skip it. But then as we were moving further along through the Tarkine Drive, we obviously realised that the walks weren't as long as they were saying, and also that all the hikes actually were not dog friendly. I thought the later ones would have been, because the brochure didn't specifically say they were prohibited, whereas this hike, it did say that. But yeah, then I looked at the reviews and looked at the photos, and I was like, oh, we have to stop on our way back through. So it's only a 10 or 20 minute round trip out of our way, so I'm sure it'll be worth it. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that, but the trees like creak, and you get nervous walking past them because there are so many fallen trees on the roads and the walks and whatnot. Like, you're just uprooted. So yeah, I think it's obviously because of all the rain, so I'm a bit scared to hear that. That was definitely worth the stop. That was absolutely incredible. I think I got some good GoPro footage, so yeah, I'm excited to see that back. That was really cool. Yeah, there were 2 other people there, so I didn't really want to get in their way. I was trying not to, and yeah, I obviously know that Adam's waiting for me, but if you have dogs and you're wanting to do it separate, don't let the time of the hike deter you, because I got down there in 7 minutes, and then yeah, obviously spend however long taking photos and whatnot, but yeah, definitely they won't have to wait for you long in the car. But yeah, that was really, really cool. I'm definitely glad that we went this way and didn't miss out on it, because yeah, worth a stop for sure.
So now it's my turn to go have a look at this arch. Dem said it's definitely worth me checking out, so let's see what it's all about. Right, coming down the arch now. Yeah, right. White sludge. That looks sick. Denzel. Alrighty, what did you think of the Tarkine Drive?
I thought it was nice. I thought all the stops were pretty cool. And as I said in my video when I was walking, like, they don't take as long as what all the signs say they do. So it's easy for just a quick walk to check it out. They're all pretty spectacular, all the stops.
Yeah, those walks are just something that you just don't get anything like that back in South Australia where we are. Just deep, dense rainforest where all the trees and trunks have just got moss growing all over them. You just can't see any bark.
I actually
pretty
took
spectacular.
a close-up video of like the moss was all hanging over this tree and all over the branches. It was just hanging there. It looked so cool.
Definitely recommend it. I wouldn't tow a van or anything through there though.
No,
and there was plenty of trees that were falling over the road, or branches where you had to just kind of creep around them. One of them was a little bit dicey where I had to take it really slow because it was just a big drop off on one side, and if I went too far left I would have just dropped the car off a cliff.
The ground is so like sludgy that wouldn't have taken much.
Yeah. But we are just in Forest now, a town called Forest. We just woke up in a little RV park, just a big oval, a massive hedge to get out of the wind. It's a bit cloudy at the moment, but it's actually been a beautiful morning with the sun out all day. So
I was actually contemplating taking my jumper off for about 1 second there, and then it changed back to what we're used to.
But we're going to go back to Stanley this morning, just check it out in better weather, and then we're going to make our way across the top of the coast east and check out a few more things.